Hey, so this is going to be just a quick video walkthrough on how to do social media, and we are so excited that you're going to give it a shot. Um, so first of all, we have our spreadsheet that's kind of acting as our dashboard for now. It's a work in progress, and we'll keep fine tuning it to get whatever you need. You're going to have a list of the company in column A, and we're going to work on 5 design as an example here. The batch number is here in column C, and there's a link to the business profile. What's going to be most important is knowing when you can start. So anything that has in this column that says ready for you to begin, that the Canva templates are ready and your instructions are in, when there's a check mark there, that says that that company's ready to roll, and it'll be in marked all in this light green color. The very first thing you're going to want to do when you're ready to go ahead and start is you can click on this social media content creation guide, and it'll take you over here to this lovely document. um, so at the top, you're going to find under what you need a list of the common links that you might need depending on what that client's social media content is that we need you to create, as well as logins. Um, then at the top are the short directions. So after you know what you're doing, this is the only place you have to go. Basically, the big picture eagle view of it is that you're going to open up ChatGPT. You're going to store that particular client's business profile into the bot so that it has context. And I'll show you how to get that in just a moment. And then you're going to go through this linked document. I can pull it up right over here, that has all the prompts that you might need for the different types of social media content that we would need for your client. So no client is going to get all of these. You would go to their business profile and we'll have it checked which ones we need you to make for them. But every prompt is already in here. So it's just cut and paste, slap it into ChatGPT and get your copy results out. When you have the copy then, so that text, you're going to go ahead and start generating any other pieces that that client might need. And again, you're going to use that business strategy guide, the profile, as your like guiding map for each client because they're going to need different things. Some won't need memes, some might need video reels, etc. If there's anything else that they need other than copy or what's going to be created in Canva, you might want to get that rolling. Especially videos take a little while to generate. So most efficient use of time is get the content and start those videos generating right away while you're creating any design pieces needed in Canva. Then step 4 would be to use the text that ChatGPT generated to create the graphics in Canva. Um, as you'll see, we've already taken care of all the hard work and we have templates already set up for you. So it's just a matter of copy that template, slap in your text, flip out and shuffle some colors and change the pictures. At the very end, you're going to tag or message us so that we can quality control check it. We'll let you know if any edits are needed. Hopefully, once you get used to it, there won't be any. And then you're going to upload to Sprout, and that is where we schedule the social media. So the short directions is just boom, boom, boom. We're hoping, and our team has easily been able to do this, to create each client's content in under an hour for that batch. If you get really good, you can get it down to, 45 minutes or so. It kind of depends how many videos need rendered. But even with like, I believe we had like up to 8 videos per week or something, we still had it really, really short time. So just practice the tips and tricks to make it fast. Um, in this guide, then we of course go into more detailed directions just so that you have everything you need. There's how to log into Sprout, how to make the folders to keep it all organized, where you're going to put the copy. Again, there's the link to the prompts document and just a couple of notes that you'll want to become familiar with that you're watching out for as you're making that content. And then the Canva design generation. So there's different types of social media content that will need that Canva design piece. And for now, we have their templates 100% made in the Canva folder for you, and you're just going to flip that content to make it match what you generated. So let's see. The very first thing, as we said, for your first direction here is that you would put the business profile into ChatGPT. If I flip over to my prompt, it gives you more information on that as the very first thing. You'll always want to store that first so that it has context as we make everything individualized to our clients. Um, so you would just go over, if we're saying that we're doing 5 Design as the client that we're assigned today, we would hit the link to their business profile. It would open up, and the business profile has tons of information in it. We're basically, for the ChatGPT part, only taking from the first dividing line to the second dividing line, no matter how long that is. And we do that so it's just a clear indication of what needs to go into ChatGPT to make your job super simple. So you can go ahead and paste it in. Um, you do have to have ChatGPT 4 for our prompts to work appropriately. And then we're going to go ahead and paste in this prompt that says store this and wait for further instructions. So you can do it in either order, just make sure that the prompt is above. And then you're going to hit enter. Next, we're going to go back to that business strategy, and we're going to scroll down to this table. This table is going to be your map under the social media section. Ignore everything else, doesn't apply to you. Anything that has these checks is letting you know what you need to create. So we're going to be, for this particular client, for 5 Design, you can see that they're going to be posting on Instagram and Facebook. That doesn't necessarily apply to you unless if TikTok is the one that is clicked, it has a little bit of special rules. But since TikTok wasn't clicked, we don't need to worry about this section. If it was clicked, that just means that anytime you have the option to make either, say, a post type or a reel type, TikTok, of course, needs reels. This section where it's used their existing, and it's a question, do they have existing photos, ebooks, videos, or reviews that they want uploaded? That will apply to you if they have existing photos or videos, ebooks, etc., that we want the content taken off of. Most of the time, they're going to be in their Google Drive link, which is this top. If you scroll to the very top, you'll find that link in the table. You can click on that and you can get all of the client's content that they uploaded if it's applicable. Again, some clients, it's not going to be applicable. In this case, we can note that 5 Design has their own set of photos that they would like us to use. So when we get to the Canva part, if we're flipping out photos, we're going to use theirs. And then the more important, or the most important bit, is this column here. It's letting you know which prompts, which pieces of content you're going to create. So for this client, we're going to create one meme. If it is marked, it means you're creating it. If they want more than one, you would see like you would see a number here. So say they want 2 memes a week or 3, etc. So if you look here, we're seeing that we're going to make a meme, a fun fact, a quote. We're going to have an educational piece. They want reviews, and they want their existing videos turned into reels. And a link was given on where to go to do that, to get their existing videos. So coming back here then, I would just go find these particular prompts. So if I flip over to my prompt guide, I can go look up, let's see, I need a meme. And these are my directions. This is what I'm going to slap into ChatGPT. If there's anything extra, like memes and videos have extra, it'll have the directions in there as well. You can see that they need a quote. So this would get pasted in to ChatGPT and it's going to spit me out those quotes. You'll notice for every piece of content that you're creating here, or for every type, we're going to get 4 of each. So there's going to be 4 memes, 4 fun facts, 4 quotes, etc. If it's checked here, it means that we're doing 4 weeks of content in that batch. Now, if there's the number that I mentioned there, that means we're doing extra per week. So you take 4 times whatever that number is. It sounds confusing, but it's not, because the templates are already in there. You just want to make sure that you're not changing the prompts, because the prompts are already set up to give me, say, 4 quotes and 4 polls, and you're going to go ahead and keep that unless it says to do more here, in which case, instead of 4, like let's say they wanted 2 quotes a week, because we're doing 4 weeks of content, I would just quickly change that to 8 and paste it into my ChatGPT. All right. If you have any questions about that, I'm happy to answer them. So we're going to paste our prompts into ChatGPT and we'll have it spit it out to us. So let's do quotes here as an example. And speed is your friend. And you can see it's giving us 4 quotes. So you can either keep, I was going to think here, anything you're turning into Canva designs, you could potentially keep in ChatGPT to save you a little bit of time. But if it's anything like a Twitter thread or a video script, we need those added into a deliverable doc so that we can check that, QC that, because we won't have access to your thread and don't want to go sorting through it. So in the directions, there's a spot under your long directions here after it's open up Sprout and create your folders, where you're going to create a deliverable document. And that's just go to Google Docs, rename it, and slap the link into, wait for it, slap the link into the delivery doc link column. Anything in blue on our available tasks is a column that you're going to be working with. Anything in green is what we get you so that you're ready to roll. And then the things here in tan are the spots in between. So you would share your link with us and paste it into that delivery doc link. Let's see, where were we? And then we would move right along. So you're going to generate whatever other content that client needs. So we'd go back here. We've already done the quote. We go do the fun fact. We do the meme. We do the educational tips. You'll notice for reviews, and you'll get really, really familiar with all these types, just doing it a couple of times. But reviews don't actually need any content generated from ChatGPT, and neither do events. So while reviews are checked, we're going to actually we would go to the link that they've provided, and we would pull 4 reviews to throw into our design in Canva, into that template. Okay. So we would scroll down and we would find their reviews and go ahead and add that in. Keep in mind, reviews, testimonials, they're used interchangeably. And I think I will actually add that just for kicks and giggles. So some clients are going to call them reviews, some are going to call them testimonials, no problem. So this is where you would be grabbing 4 of them, and that content then would be ready. Once you have generated all the content for the 7 types, so each client is going to have 7 types, 1 for each day of the week, and they will have 4 pieces of it. Takes ChatGPT no longer hardly to spit out 4 than it does to do 1. You're going to move on, and you're going to see what else do you need to do for that client. We have all copy generated at that point. So in that case, if we go back to our short directions, that's where it's step 3. You might want to generate memes if the client has it, which they do here. And you may need to generate video reels if it's called for. So if you go ahead and look, as stated before, the directions for how to do a meme are listed under memes. And the directions for how to do video reels are listed as well. There's 2 different types of reels that you might be working with, and we'll keep building this database out as we add more and more types of content, but your process is never really going to change. It's go look at what the client needs, generate the copy for it, the text, and then generate either the videos, the memes if they need it, and any Canva designs they need. Upload to Sprout, done. So for video reels, though, there's 2 types. There's video reels that are created from ChatGPT content, which come from the prompts that you would have used above. Our educational tips is one of those types. And for that, you just go ahead, click on your link. It tells you what to fill in, and you're going to go ahead and let it generate, let it render. Again, recommend highly doing it as soon as possible in the process and working on design in between so that you can keep that less than an hour deliverable time. And then you would hit export and upload to Sprout. We do have a second type of video, and that would be clicked down here, which you'll see for this client it is, and it says you'd be turning their existing videos into reels, and in that case they need to either have it in Drive, which would be the same link as above, or we'll put in there what URL you're going to pull it from. We previously had clicked on that link, and they have existing videos that you would download and you would throw into this Decipher program, which is a super cool program. It lets you upload it, and then the AI takes it and breaks it up into reels. So you need to do hardly anything. And then those get uploaded into the Sprout folder. When videos and memes are done, or at least started rendering, you're going to flip over to your last big piece. So it's create text, do videos and memes if they're needed, ignore them if not, and then flip over to Canva designs. If you ever have a question about what needs a Canva design, there's 2 ways that you can do it. One is just go off of the templates that are in your folder because we've pre-created those for you. The other, though, if you want to look at it and really get more in depth or anything, under supplemental here, for our sakes as well, we have a list of what types of posts that we create and whether they're going to be made in Canva or they're ones that don't need that Canva design. So just multiple places you can get the information. And of course, I am available for questions at any point. So then when you go to Canva, we have detailed directions on what you're doing in Canva and short directions again. So when you get fast, it'll just be the short directions because you'll know what you're doing. In terms of the overall big picture of Canva, you'll open Canva up. You will go ahead and create any folders that you need, and those directions are in there. And then you're going to copy the templates that are already in that client's folder. So let's say you've logged on to Canva with the logins that were given. You're going to hit projects. And again, all of this is in there. Everything you do is going to be in outsourcing, and then you'll find your client's folder. Ours is 5 Design. We're working in social media, so we would click social media, and we would go to templates. Inside these templates, you'll see that we have 4 folders, 1 for each week. If that client had polls, there would be a 5th folder that says internal use only for polls, and you don't need to touch that one. You don't have to do anything with polls. Polls you create the text for, but you do not need to create any design. So they're super simple if your client happens to have a poll. And of course, no need to remember that. It's all written in your handy dandy prompt guide. So we would, for the ones that do need Canva things, which are not polls, we're going to go ahead and we would click on one of our templates, and we're going to basically go through and save each of these to the folder. And there's directions on how to do that. The first time you click any template, it's going to pop up with a screen like this. You always, always, always want to hit use this template, and that will help make a copy so that your work doesn't get overwritten and no one else's work does. All right. You would go ahead and follow any directions that are needed. So for example, let's go ahead and we did quotes. So we could hit use this template. In your guide, it's going to tell you to go to file and tell you where to save it right away because it gets saved to a folder. And let's assume that you'd already done that. You would then go to your content that you created, slap in the quote, the text, slap in who the author is, and then hold on just a second. I want to show us our directions here side by side. So we opened our template. We had used this template. We moved it to the appropriate folder. We are going to swap out the content. So paste in the text. We're going to do something called shuffle color as well so that not every template looks the same every time. To do that, let me show you real quick. You're going to go to brand. And this is really, really important. You're going to click this little down button here. Heavenly Sent Home, it like Canva logs whoever the last client was you were working with. And this is not our client. We do not want to change all their branding colors to somebody else's because that'll be a lot of editing we have to do. And we want to minimize that for your sake. So you just scroll down till you find your client. You hit select brand kit, and then all of their information is in there. You don't need much of it. You need the colors. And so we can hit shuffle colors. And what that does is immediately change up the look. Then so we've done paste in text, we've done shuffle colors. If the slide has any sort of photo, you want to change that out as well. And there's two ways to change that out. You would look at, as we mentioned previously, if they want you to use their existing photos, and you would go to their Google Drive link, find them, and use those in the template. So every template that has a photo needs to have that changed. If it doesn't have a photo, no need to worry about it. It's just shuffle the colors, put the text in, done. If they did not say use their existing photos, then it's also very, very simple. You go to elements, you type in what that niche market is for that client. And again, all of that information is in the business strategy guide so that you don't have to know it. If we were to do that, we would see that their architecture design is their industry. So if you don't want to learn how to spell that, or all you have to do, let me find where we were. You go to elements, as I said, you go ahead and put in their niche, and you go to photos. We're not interested in other types of graphics. And then all you have to do is pick a picture that looks applicable, a photo, and you hold it over, and you see how it flipped on? So I don't even really need to do much resizing. If I did want to do resizing, I could make it bigger, I could move it around, stuff like that, okay? And that's it. So you're going to check that it looks good. You may have to quickly readjust any little bits, but you want to minimize any of that. When you get fast at this one piece should take you 30 seconds or less. It's just slap in text, change color, add a photo. Okay? When you're done with each piece, so you would go ahead and repeat that for any other pieces that were needed in Canva. I want to come back here, and you'll see this client has 5 of them, and they have 4 folders. So it's 20 pieces, and you're averaging, around a minute each. Some of them are going to be a lot faster. That reminds me, there's one other thing that a couple things that might make it a little bit faster if I tell you about. Um, any CTAs, calls to actions. You're going to go ahead and hit use this template just like you would with any of them. But you do not need to change out any text. The calls to action text are only for the caption. So you give that to us in your deliverable doc, but you don't have to do anything in Canva with text. All you're going to do for calls to action are flip out pictures and shuffle the colors. So again, no need to remember that. If your client has a call to action, you just go to the call to action section in the guide and it'll tell you what to do. But just keep that in mind. Some of the pieces in Canva are really, really fast, and then others take a tiny bit longer. Along that line, memes, you generate the meme, you upload it into Canva, and again, you just flip out the color of the meme template itself. So you're not really doing a whole lot with those. Those can be really fast as well, especially if you upload all your memes in one go. When you are done in Canva, you're going to there's a couple different ways you can tag us. You could add a comment, and for now, it'll be me reviewing. So at Melissa Willard, these are ready for QC. And just go ahead and assign it to me, and you would hit comment. You could also send an email. What we do want to make sure that we do once you have both the text, because remember we're getting text in a deliverable doc from you for like captions and Twitter and things that don't go into Canva. You're going to have stuff in Canva that will quality control check. After we approve it, you'll upload those to Sprout. But there's that step where we're going to quality control first. And then the third piece is just if there are any videos, those get uploaded to Sprout directly. And again, all those directions are in the guide. When you have all 3 pieces, assuming your client needed any videos, you're just going to go ahead, double check that you put your deliverable doc link in here so that we can actually see your work and quality control check it, and let us know that all items are complete and ready for checking. So we would click that. We'll come in, quality control check it, put edits in the appropriate place, and then we'll click this and say that it's ready for you to do those edits. And you would go in, do your edits. If it needs any more, we're going to repeat that process. When we have marked this as approved, then it's ready for you to download anything that you made in Canva and upload to Sprout. So let me show you how to do that real quick. Let's say that this one is all ready. We would go to share and we would go to download. We would download as a PNG and hit download. And then directions for uploading into Sprout as well are in the guide. So we just do those with all the pieces so that they're in the one spot that we need them in order to schedule for that client. After you have them all uploaded into Sprout, everything's been approved. Your final step is to hit that they're in Sprout and give me the date that that was completed. And we will mark that is done and pay you. So I hope that you guys have fun trying this. It can be a whole lot of fun, and there's always something interesting that comes up with it. Stay encouraged. The first time, take it slow. Make sure you understand what you're doing. We do pay by project, not by time. But if you are able to really get the handle on how to do things quick, then it's really, really fast and you'll make more that way by project than by time anyway. So always open for questions and really, really excited to have your helping us out. Have a wonderful day.